Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Mary and welcome to another Craft Day Wednesday, where every Wednesday I post a new video. In today's video, we're going to be making a snowman ornament. Yes, I know I have been thinking it over, and I know I decided that I wasn't going to put up a tree because we don't have kids, but I figured maybe a cute little tabletop tree would be okay, since it's just me and my husband and my two girls, which I mean my dogs. So yeah, so all the ornaments that I've been making in my videos, they will be going on that little tabletop tree. So I decided to do a snowman ornament because I think snowmen are super cute. And so basically all I did was I took some regular cardboard from Part Tarts. My husband loves Part Tarts, so, and I don't throw away anything in this house. So I basically took some cardboard and I drew a I drew a snowman. I'm not sure how well you can see this. And I cut it out. And with it being white, it's kind of hard to see, but I drew a snowman and I cut it out. So what you're going to need is some cardboard. You're going to need some white felt, some red felt, blue, and black. I went ahead and I drew some little skis, ice skates. See if I can get this to focus. So I drew some little ice skates, and I did a video on how to make these already. So I just went ahead and painted these off camera, that way they'll be ready for me. And I drew his little arms or hands and went ahead and cut that out. So I'm going to go ahead now and turn my camera down so we can get started. So basically what I did first was, and I'm going to go ahead and do this to make it just a little bit thicker. I just went ahead and first I sketched out the way I wanted the snowman to look. And then I went ahead and I'm just going to go around it and trace it. And then I'm going to just cut it out. And then we're just going to make a double. We're just going to double it up. So I'm just going to continue to draw around this snowman. And then once I get it drawn around, we're just going to go ahead and cut it out. I'm gonna do this do this again on this side. So I'm gonna start with the bottom, and then I'm just gonna work my way up and around like so. And then we're just gonna go around down here at the bottom. And then we're just going to trace it like this. And I'm going to go ahead, cut the bottom off. Don't have to be perfect. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this here. And I am going to just cut around it. So now I'm just cutting this out, just so my snowman will be a tad bit thicker. And you don't have to do this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Yeah, I figured, what the heck, I might as well just put up, it doesn't have to be a big tree. It can be a cute little tabletop tree. I've seen those at Walmart, and I've also seen other people make them or pick them up and decorate them. So since I was already, you know, making ornaments, I figured why not take those ornaments and put them on the tree. So now I'm just taking some hot glue And I'm just squeezing out some. And then we're just going to stick our snowman right down on top. Before it dries. Okay. Now I'm just going to trim it up a little bit. So we're just going to trim a little more. So now instead of having a single layer of cardboard, we have a double layer, which is actually making the snowman a little thicker. Alright, so this is what we have so far. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our white felt, and it's the sparkly white. You can't see that on camera, but it's sparkly white, and I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and trace this, and we're going to cut this out as well. And this is going to be for the front of the snowman. And this is what we have. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. And I'm trying to be very careful in making this as neat as possible, but it's fine. And I'm just going to cut there, and we're just going to go ahead and cut it off right here, just like this. Just going to continue cutting it out. Again, we're going to move this out of the way. And I am going to go ahead and grab my hot glue gun. And we're just going to put a little bit of hot glue down on here. And we're just going to go ahead and stick our white felt right down on top of there. And we're just going to go ahead again and trim it up. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go in with our scissors, and we're just going to clean it up. Clean up our edges. That's it. And we're just cutting off some extra. And this is what we have. Let me see. Here, I'm going to close this a little bit. There we go. Alright, so this is what we have now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take the blue that I already cut, and this is going to be his vest. Because I want my Santa Claus, my snowman, to have on a vest. So I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue down on here. Put a little bit here. Stick that down. And we're just going to put that right about here. fold it over. So I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue here, and we're just going to bring that over like this. And I want it to go at an angle, and we're going to do the same thing to this one. So there we go. This is what we have so far. And I want to put a red scarf around my snowman. So I'm going to take some red felt, and I'm just going to cut out a strip of it. And I'm going to bring it back, and we're just going to put it around here and see how it looks. And I am going to just stretch this out a little bit and cut it. So we're just going to cut out at an angle here, like this. And we're going to do the same thing to this one. We're going to cut at an angle. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take our scissors and we're going to fray the edges. Just a couple strips. So we're going to bring this back, and we're just going to put that here, just like this. So we're going to put a little bit of glue here. Down like this. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap it this way and have it hang down like this. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue down through here, like that. And then we're going to go ahead and we're just going to bring this over this way. So we're going to put a little bit of glue down across here, just like this. And this is what we have so far. Next, what we're going to do, I think we're going to go ahead and put his little black ice skates on. And I think I want them right on top. So yeah, so basically what we're going to do is I think we're going to go ahead and put our, I think I want my ice skates to go like this instead of like this, because then you can't really tell. So we're just going to, I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue here like this, and we're just going to stick that on just like this. And then we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of hot glue here, and then we're just going to stick this on just like this. This is what we have so far. Next, what we're going to do is I already drew out the top hat. We're just going to cover that in felt. So I am going to grab my black felt, and actually we're going to take the cardboard, and I think we're just going to make another top hat. So I'm just going to take and cut out a square, a rectangle, or actually we're going to cut out a square. And this is going to be the top hat. And this, we're going to cover this in felt. So I'm just going to put this down. And we're just going to stick this right here, just like this. Cut this out. Like this. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to cover the front. So we're just going to stick that here, just like this. And we're going to go ahead and trace that around that, cut this out like this. I'm going to move this out of the way, and then we're going to take a strip of that same paper, and we're just going to cut a strip out, and we're just going to stick this. We're going to hold it up against the snowman to see how long we want this part to actually be. And I am going to take a piece of red felt, and we're just going to cover. We're going to go ahead and stick this on here down just like this. Going to hold it this way, and I am going to just go ahead and cut this out. We're just going to cut this. So we're just cutting this piece out. And I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue down to secure this part here. And there we have it. Now I'm just going to cut a little bit off of this so it won't be so thick, and try to slim it down a little bit. And I'm going to clean up my edges. And we're going to go ahead and glue this down on here just like this. So I'm just going to put a hot glue around on the edge, and we're just going to stick this right down on it. And now I'm just going to cut a little bit off right here and right here. I'm going to just take off a little more because it's still a little longer than I want it to be. Alright, that should do it. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue right across here. And we're just going to stick that right down on here just like that. Next, we're going to put his arms on. And we're just going to go ahead and cover his arms in that same felt. So I'm just going to stick a little hot glue on his arms. And we're just going to stick this right down on top. And I'm going to go ahead and cut around it. So all I did was traced and cut, and this is just recycled cardboard that I'm using. And I might go over this again because you can see the blue sticking through the white. So I think I'm just gonna carefully go over this one more time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of hot glue on here, and stick this right down on top, just like that. That's a little better. And we're going to go ahead and cut this out again. Just like this. And now we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So we're just going to hot glue it on right here, just like this. Stick it in place. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this one out. And we're almost done. And the one thing that I like so much with the ornaments, because you can make them how you want them. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't buy them out of the store too, because those are pretty too. But with the ornaments that I'm making, I'm just going to go ahead and use them on the little tree that we set up. Instead of just going out and buying some, I'm just gonna make them. So there we have it. And we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. So we're just gonna put a little bit of hot glue, stick this down like this. I'm going to make sure that's secured real good. There we have it. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut this part off. And I forgot to mention the orange felt that you're going to need for his nose. But you are definitely going to need some orange felt. And this is what we have. And now we just stick these on here any way we want. You can have them, you can literally put these any way you want. I'm just going to turn this over, and we're just going to put a little bit of hot glue here. And I'm just going to stick that like this. And this one, I'm just going to go ahead and stick this one down like this. So we're just going to put a little bit of hot glue right there. And we're just going to stick that one right on his. So we have something like this. So this is what we have so far. And I am going to go ahead and put another piece of felt over this because I'm not sure I like it because of the way it's sticking up. So I am going to cut another piece of black, and we're just going to cover that top hat because I can see white from the glue. So I'm just going to cut another piece of that felt out, and I'm just going to put a little bit here. I'm going to prop this right on top, and we're just going to cut off any extra. So I'm just going to go through here and just cut it like that. Cut it here and here. And there we have it. And I am going to put a little bit of hot glue down through here, just like that. So I went ahead and fixed that part, and I'm just going to take my scissors and see if I can try to get this little piece of glue off of it because it's driving me crazy. Alright, that's good enough. Okay, so we're going to get that cleaned all out. And this is what we have so far for our snowman. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to put a couple black dots here with my Sharpie. You can use buttons if you have them. I'm not sure if I do. So I don't have the little black buttons, but I will just use my Sharpie. It's just as good. And I just made a little black dot there. The other ones obviously will be covered by the jacket. And then we're going to go ahead and give him some black eyes. Since I don't have no small buttons that's small enough for this. And so we're just going to do it with the Sharpie. And before I do the mouth, I want to go ahead and take some of that orange felt that we talked about. And I'm just cutting off a little piece. And we're going to go ahead and cut out a little triangle for the nose. So this is what we have for the nose. I'm going to cut off a little bit of that because it's kind of long. I'm just going to cut off just a very little. And I am just going to take my glue gun and put a little bit of glue right there in the middle. I don't want to do too much, and I already did it. So we're just going to go ahead and stick this down off in that glue. And now I'll give him a little smile. So we're just going to go ahead and with our Sharpie again and just give our little snowman a little smile. And this is what we have. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to make the hook, which I'm going to be using gold tinsel or silver tinsel. And I have a piece here. Sorry, I had to step away from my camera to get it. So I'm just going to fold this up like this. And we're just going to twist this way. And this is going to be the little hook that we use to hang it on the tree. And I'm just going to stick that right behind his hat. And I'm going to stick that right down on there. And I'm being very careful not to burn my fingers. And I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue here. And just cleaning up anything that I have missed right along the way. So this is what we have. This is the little Santa or snowman Christmas ornament that I am going to be hanging on my tree. I thought he came out super cute. And if you are worried about the back being exposed, we can go ahead and we can cover the back up just like so. So yeah, if you want it, and if you want to cover the back, you can. But I'm not going to worry about covering the back of mine because after all, it is going to be up against my tree. And if you want to cover your back, you're just going to trace him out on a piece of felt and then just do the front end. Cover the front and back of the cardboard with your felt. And the purpose of the reason I decided to do my ornament out of cardboard is because I believe in recycling. I don't like to throw away anything. I believe in upcycling and reusing. So there's a lot of stuff that I will not throw away, just because I know I can do something with it. And oh, my Coco back there sleeping. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera back up so y'all can see me. So yeah, thank you for watching this video of me making this cute little snowman ornament. I am in loving the way it turned out. If you like this video, please give me a like and a thumbs up. Please feel free to share this video with your friends. And if you would like to see me do any other type of video, please let me know in the comment box below. And once again, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch one of my videos. You have no idea how much that means to me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. Have a nice day. Bye.